Alright YouTube, welcome back to another video today, and I decided why not make another upload today. Now, I'm doing another How to Train Your Dragon theory, involving the Red Death. Now, the Red Death is the massive dragon which was controlling all the other dragons in the first movie, and this may tie into the other How to Train Your Dragon videos I made with the Screaming Death. Now, considering that the Red Death was a massive dragon, it was sitting in lava, it was constantly in that volcano full of lava, magma. I don't know, I think magma's at the Earth's core, but probably lava. But considering what environment it was in, I'm gonna say it probably came from Dark Deep. Now, Dark Deep was introduced as the home of all the Boulder class dragons from when all of them have originated from in the Netflix series. So, Dark Deep was completely destroyed. Judging by the terrain, there's no plant life. There's no other there's barely any dragons. I shouldn't say there aren't any because there were a few there, such as Gronkles and Quakens, but considering what happened there, everything's been dead there for quite some time. Now, judging on the island, the two dual peaks. Now, I heard people have said that was a volcano. Now, thinking if it was a volcano, that could be an entrance to the Hollow Earth. Now, I'm going to bring that theory into it because in the new Godzilla Monsterverse with this recent movie that came out, I know it's two different universes, but I want to bring up this theory. The kaijus in the movie reside inside the Hollow Earth. That's how they get around to different continents or different parts of the oceans, or so be it, wherever it is, you know? So I'm kind of thinking, if I'm being honest, what if that's where the massive dragons come from? Now, as we know, the Bewilderbeast came from the sea, but the Red Death could have came from the Hollow Earth. Now, I would picture it down there for the Red Death's right circumstances for it to live there. I picture there being tons of lava, molten rock, all that. And the prey items may have been other Boulder-class dragons, some pretty hardy ones. Now, I could picture other dragon species living down there, such as Eruptodons, Quakens. The Eruptodons do sit in lava, so they could be a decently good prey source for the Red Death, not Bewilderbeast. But, and that's where the Red Death could have came from. Probably once that whole island, Dark Deep, was destroyed, I'm going to say possibly 1 or 3 or 4 Red Deaths may have possibly broken out. There could have been hundreds, for all we know, that have broken out of Dark Deep, and that was just the way out of the island. So once they got out, they started to feed on every other dragon species on that island, and the lava that came out of the volcano decimated the entire area. So this could have been very recent. Now, we do know from the show, no one has been to Dark Deep in such a long time, besides Hiccup, and I think some other people, if I'm not mistaken. But, I need to breathe, I'm talking too much. But, what's it called? I forgot, what was I gonna say? They were coming out of So, yeah, the island was decimated, and the reason everything's not there, because everything was burned. All the species, whatever animals did get away, that flew away, such as Gronkles, Whispering Deaths, Screaming Deaths, Quakens, Eruptodons, they probably all spread out around the world because these things were feeding on them at a consistent rate, considering how big they are and how much food they intake. The island was decimated. The freaking volcano or dual mountain peak was cracked in half. The Red Deaths kind of spread around. The one we saw in the movie was obviously right there and got to Dragon's Island and somehow got into that volcano. And if there are I'm sure there are other ones. There's not just one species of dragon in the Dragon universe, How to Train Your Dragon universe. Like what we learned with the Bewilderbeast. There wasn't just the two from the Dragon movie. Because you had Dragos and you had Valka's Bewilderbeast. Then we realized we had one under Berserker Island. And then we had the egg, which I don't think that was Valka's Bewilderbeast. I think it was just some random little one she found. But considering it, there are more than one of them. Just like with the Life Furies, there are more Life Furies. With Toothless, I believe there are other Night Furies out there too. The odds are they're really far out there. He's going to have to look really far to find them. You know, same thing with the Red Death. There are other Red Deaths out there. There can't just be one unless they were a prehistoric species, which I could talk about in another video, but I don't feel like it. But, yeah. So that's kind of my little theory. So, yeah, if you guys like this video, click like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later, and, bye.